Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. So today we are discussing a few of the investment ideas because we have seen the mid cap and small cap returns this week, and it was clearly a big dent in the mid cap and small cap sector. You can see the on daily basis. I'll switch to daily basis. So what we are trying to cover is as this sector is going through bad time. I would not say bad time, but at least for last week, mid cap and small cap were falling like anything. So just thought of doing a series on this, on the investment ideas, what we can do and how we can find out the opportunities in these sectors. So thought of sharing this video with you. So first we'll check the mid caps. So mid cap on daily basis, you can see on Friday it cracked almost around 4%, and it is continuously cracking since 15th of December, right? So this is where it actually made the all-time high, and after that it has started coming down. And here you can see, you can observe the support area for mid caps is this, right? So it is very interesting to see how it behaves in this area, because after this we can go to this the just a second. I'll switch to higher time frame so that it is easier to understand. So now you can see we are at a very interesting point where we can go downwards around this area. So there is a possibility that we can go down from here, and there is a other possibility on the upper side as well. We cannot deny that. So it can make a all-time high as well. But the purpose of this video is to understand or take advantage of this level where it has cracked almost 6% in a month, and we can benefit from this because here on RSI I can see a clear support of 60, and I wish, I mean, it goes down, but otherwise we are prepared for both. And I thought of having this video so that we can discuss few of the mutual funds and ETFs that we can invest in to take the advantage of this. So yeah, so this is on monthly time frame where you can clearly see this is the top and it is hovering around this area for a long time now, right? And we are down significantly from this and we can take advantage of this. So the low it made was in June, when there was the fear about all the recession and everything was going on. The Ukraine Russia war was going on. After that it took off, and now it is kind of a retracement we can see here, and there are both possible ways. So that's about mid cap, and on weekly basis as well, same thing. You can see it has cracked down 60 and it is around the support area. So here you can see there is a super trend support as well in this area. So very interesting to see how it plays out here, right? So this is about mid cap, and same thing is happening in small caps as well. You can see. So the support area is a bit down. I mean, this is the support area for small cap on higher time frame. And currently, if you see on RSI, it is about to take the support of 40. But otherwise, on monthly, if we can see, so this was the low, which was in June, and this was again the previous all-time high. It took the support from here, and then it was going up. But uh, since this month, or for this month, you can see it has cracked almost around 8%, right? And on RSI as well, and on price action as well, you can see there is a clear downtrend here, right? So what we are expecting is it may hit these areas around 8,000 and even lower if we continue the downfall, because there is a fear in market about all the recession, inflation, as well as the expansion of the capital markets. So here again we have two possibilities. One is this area around I mean, first is 8,000 obviously, and after that 7 and 6000 is a key area. And after that, if let's say we take a support from here, in that case we can go to the all-time high again. So these are the two possibilities which we need to play out. But this video is not to assume anything or predict anything that where the market will go, but to take advantage of this fall in the current month, right? So that's what we'll discuss today. And I think that this is the right time to invest in mid caps and small caps, considering the correction they have gone through in this week or month, right? So that's why I have identified few of the mutual funds as well as the ETFs. So just a small disclaimer here. This video is only for educational purpose. You can do your own research before taking any decisions on investing, right? So that's a small disclaimer we have. Now moving on to the investment ideas in small cap and mid cap funds. Here you can see I have listed down all these funds for your reference and all these mid cap funds for your reference. And I'll just cover one or two of them, and uh, I mean because of the time limitation, but otherwise you can see. So from small cap, what I like is Invesco, and also along with that, I like this Kotak small cap, right? And in mid cap, I have invested in Invesco again, and then Kotak Emerging, and there is some fund allocated in Murray Asset Small Cap Fund as well. So these are the five stocks or mutual funds we have already invested in, and this is one of the ETF. So let's go one by one. So small cap funds. When we talk about small cap funds, we usually talk about the funds who invest in the small cap index, right? Or the small cap funds or emerging funds. So based on this, this is the list for your reference, and we'll cover one by one. So here I have all the information on Zerodha coin for all the mutual funds which are we are taking care of today. So you can see that there is a clear rally where you would have, if you are the participant of this, you would have already doubled or tripled your money, right? And this correction is not that significant if you consider the rally which has come in last 2 years, right? So here what do we look for when we select the small cap or mid cap fund, right? So one important point is exit load, and this doesn't impact if you are a long term investor, but still it is something which we look for. So this should not be greater than 1%. That's what we look for. And the expense ratio. So this is the fees that mutual fund charges you for managing your money. So we try to keep this as well as low as possible. And based on that, there is one more criteria. So actually what we look for is what exactly or what all sectors it has invested in and what all companies are highly allocated in this, right? So if we have to take example Kotak small cap, and we usually go for growth mutual fund and not the regular one, because growth gives some additional returns on your investment, right? So here and also one more criteria is don't look for this 1 year CAGR, but instead go for the higher time frames, right? 3 years or 5 years like that. So over last 5 years, if you consider, it has beaten the index as well, and it has given good returns. So these are the things we look for, and based on that, we take the decision whether to invest or not. So here you can see industrial is the highest one, then consumer. So and the material and IT. So this is mainly focused on material and consumer and industrial. So these three are 60% of the fund, and others are very small allocation. And here as well, you can see what all companies it has invested in. So like for example, I like Blue Star, Sheila Foam I like. Along with that, this is a good company as well, Garware, and Carboredum Universal, that is a good company. So it's all about understanding the companies and based on that taking the decision whether to go with that or not. So for ICICI as well, you can see it is at the all-time high, near all-time high. Expense ratio is pretty fine. I mean, no issues with that. And you can see, look for the companies as well in which it has invested. For example, Rolex rings. So this is a good company. KEI has given good returns over last few years. MCX has not, but still I think they are holding it. And whatnot. Krishna. So this is a new company. Recently IPO has been done. So this has given good return, CCL products and all. So that's how we look for and take the decision whether to invest it in it or not. And yeah, so these are the few of the funds which are small cap funds that we have shortlisted: Invesco, then Nippon India, then HDFC small cap, right? And for mid cap, these are the few of them. So similar thing, go whenever you invest in mid cap, go for growth stocks, growth mutual funds. Look for the higher time frame always, 3 to 5 years, right? So it has given good returns over last 5 years. And exit load is 1%, which is fine with us, and expense ratio is pretty less, right? So this is a good fund to invest in, and you can look for the companies and sectors as well. So here you can see the max allocation is Supreme Industries, which is a good company. Schiffler is good, Cummins is good, SKF, Solar Industries has given quite a lot return in last few years, right? Same with other things. So you can go study the companies, and whatever companies you like or whatever combination of sectors you like, based on that you can play the theme. So that's about the mutual funds, and these funds are for your reference. And there is other thing apart from, so one is direct investing, where you invest your money based on your research in individual stocks. Then mutual funds, you don't want the headache of managing the companies and all, you can go for this. Then there are ETFs as well, exchange traded funds. So one ETF that we invest in is MOM 100, right? So this is Motilal Oswal Midcap 100 fund. So for that as well, I have this chart here already here. So you can see this is again going down. The chart is uh, showing itself that the trend is down. Here it is trying to take the support, but it is interesting to see how it behaves in the next month. So this is on monthly, right? And on monthly, the actual or the last all-time high is around this area. So very interesting to see if we get any opportunity. So this applies to all the funds as well as all the ETFs. Whenever you find an opportunity to buy something around monthly super trend, right? So that turns out to be a very good investment because all the indexes go up over that period of time, right? So here as well, you can see if we can ignore this COVID crash. So here we got a lot of opportunities to buy around this area, and then it took off, right? So this is what we always follow. If we are getting anything around monthly supports, we buy it, and if we get anything around weekly super trend or weekly support, we buy it. Like for example this one, right? So here this ETF was consolidating around this area, the weekly super trend, and from here you can see how it took off, right? So it is in, I mean, important to invest in ETFs, but you need to understand how to invest in it, right? So whenever there is a good amount of correction, we can invest in this because this goes all it always goes high, as we can see, because these are indexes, and indexes are taken care by the exchanges. They do the rotation of the stocks as well. If the stock is not performing, they take that out, and they place it in good companies as well. So based on that, the rotation is happening, so we don't have to care about what they are doing. So ETFs are good investment as well, investment instrument. And along with that, I mean, all the mutual funds as well. So that's about it for today. You can make a note of these. And also, I mean, I just wanted to clarify, we are not SEBI registered firm. So we don't want to give these as a recommendation, but this is mainly for study purpose. You can go through them, and whichever fund suits you, you can invest in that. So that's it for today. and thanks for watching. Do subscribe if you like the work. Thank you.